Right. Hello, everybody. First of all, I'm very sorry for the organization. We were waiting for the table for half an hour. So I'm really sorry about that. Thank you very much to be here at this time, the last day of the Congress. This will be quite different of what you've seen so far. Because you will not just listen to conferences, but you will participate actively, you will collaborate, and you will move. So that's the objective of this game. I think from those 3 days, I don't know if you've been in the circular economy or more in the Smart City Congress, but from the circular economy, what we've heard a lot, it's about collaboration. So this game is about collaboration with the people you will have in your table, and we guess collaboration later in your companies, in your universities, wherever you are from. It's like beginning the journey today. So I won't speak a lot because the objective is that you play, that you be active and not me to be active. But just a little introduction of who we are. I'm Charlotte Boucher, I'm from Creafutur. Creafutur is a foundation from the government of Catalonia and ESADE, the business school. Our objective is to foster innovation with environmental and social impact. And we are here also with Group 381, which is a consultancy to accompany company in their transformation toward a circular economy. We are part of the Circulab network. It's a network of consultants all around the world. We are now in 12 countries. So if you are from other countries, maybe there will be people there that can organize a game like this one in your country directly. Today's objectives are two different things. The first one is to understand, if you don't already know what is circular economy, is to understand better what it is. Also, what are the benefits and the opportunities. And the other objective is to have fun and collaborate, learn by playing. And very important, we need the objective, the final objective is to think that building a better world is within our reach. I will be very quick on the linear and circular model because I think you know that. Just basically, the world as it was before is to extract raw material, to transform them, to sell them, and then to throw them away, with two flows, the industrial waste and the household waste. So this is the world that it was still today. And then the circular model that we will transform our case, our business case that we will do today. The objective is to become more circular. So circular economy, just several points is that first we want to disconnect the economy to the extraction of raw materials. And second is to close the loop. It's the basis of circular economy. And how we close the loop? By reusing material, repairing material, remaking the product, and recycling. When we go in the cycle, each step, it costs most to reuse the material. So the objective is to reuse the most as we can. If we cannot reuse, then to repair. If we cannot repair, then to remake. And finally, if we cannot remake, to recycle. And in order to recycle the less, at the end, the objective is just to reuse the more and to recycle the less. The objective is to think during the conception, to think about how will the product finish. No, how to conceive the product such as there is no waste. This is the objective of circular economy. I guess you've learned that in all those 3 days, or you already knew that. What we wanted to explain here very quickly is that circular economy, it's about opportunities. And the first one are economic opportunities. Just an example here of new business model created. For example, BMW, they are doing i3, the electric car. And then this car, at the end, the battery of this car, at the end of its life, what BMW do is that to reuse the battery in order to accumulate energy. And so with solar power, they put the battery in a container, and they can use this container as a plant, energy plant, in order to cover energy demand when there are peak of energy. This is not the business of BMW. It is like a new business that came from circular economy. The second opportunity is the most obvious one. It's environmental, sorry, one. You will follow me. Sorry for my French accent. One example here, it's EcoAlf. EcoAlf is a Spanish company that make clothes. And they make clothes from recycled bottles. And from recycled bottles that they take out from the sea. So with that, obviously, they clean our oceans and they build sustainable clothes. And the third opportunity is social opportunities. And here, I would like to talk about what is urban mining. For example, I don't know if you know what it is. Urban mining, the concept is that to find the material in our cities instead of extracting raw material from nature. And the example here is very clear, is that instead of going in Africa or other country to extract the material, for example, for our phones, no? Then you can find this material, these resources with this precious metal. You can recuperate them directly from what exists in the city, and you have like two social advantages here. One is that you create local jobs, and the second one is that you avoid all the conflict problem that there is with the mines in Africa. I don't know for the Spanish people here if you've seen the Salvados of last Sunday, but it was about coltan extraction with all the social problem there are in Africa, in Congo. And I stop here with all the theory because you want to play, so I will let Victor introduce you the game that you will play now.
Okay, thank you very much, Charlotte. Let's start to play. This is very important right now. Charlotte has been explaining a little bit about circular economy, and now it's time to play. Let's start to play with this Circulab game. This is only a demo of this game that, as you will see, has a lot of opportunities. We could say that this game has 3 main points. The first one is to think out of the box. We'll help you to think out of the box. We understand that after this long and circular week, all of you have fresh insights, circular insights, and you're ready to ideate, to innovate new solutions, new ideas, and new circular ideas. Don't worry, because we'll help you with this ideation part. So this is one point. The second point, we understand that this methodology helps to open organizations. This methodology encourages organizations to work together, to work with different departments together, with different departments, different institutions. You can work with your partner, you can work with your supplier, even with your users. You will see this methodology. And the third point, it's about the integration of corporate social responsibility. We understand that this is not a lonely department in the company that is paving a different way. We understand this CSR department as an integrated department in the company, and one example for that is Interface Company, the carpets company, where the business strategy manager is the same person that manages the CSR strategy. So this is a very good example of integration of this department. In fact, this company Interface, in 1994, I guess, they established an objective of zero waste for 2020. So it's a very good company, a very good example of circular economy. And then let's go with the game. Right now I'm going to explain a case, a business case, and then in each table you will have to work over this case and over different scenarios. You will have different challenges to solve, and you will have in each table a facilitator that will help you to solve the challenge. This is the case. The silver economy case is an invented case, as you will see. But it's a good case, and you will see with different scenarios to solve these circular challenges. A small company specialized in delivering meals at home to elderly and dependent people has to reshape its activity. This company provides meals elaborated with the help of dietitians. One point. This company delivers meals tailored to meet specific dietary needs twice a week. This is important. And the food is ready to heat or to eat and is delivered in a single-use plastic packaging. Single-use plastic packaging, very important point. So this is the case. And now we are going to work with a kind of business canvas model, the same that you have on your table. This one. I don't know if someone of you have been working with the business canvas model, but it's pretty similar. Differences with the business canvas model. There are different boxes related to resources in the middle part. We will identify natural resources, technological resources, and energy resources. And then you will find at the right side this box of upcycling. I mean, this company have taken into account what happens at the end of the life cycle of the product, right or no? What happened with the waste? This is important to understand the business model. And then you will find at the top positive and negative impacts, not only environmental but also social. And then at the bottom part, the cost and revenues for the business model. So this is the Circulab board, and now we're going to detail this case, the silver economy case, in this board. Okay, first one, the function. What's the function of this company? The function, take care of seniors and dependent persons, okay? The key activities, meal preparation, marketing, distribution, and supply chain. About the partners of this company, retailers and dietitians. Resources, natural resources for its activity, fruits, vegetables, meat, and dairy products. Technological resources, packaging, kitchen utensils, machines, and track. And energy resources, electricity, and oil, okay? What's the value proposition of this company? adapted and personalized meals delivered at home, prepared, delivered 2 times a week, as we have seen before, single-use plastic packaging, okay, and no permanence commitment for the users. They don't have any permanence commitment. The customers, seniors and dependent persons, and about upcycling is not taken into account right now, okay? That point is not taken into account. Distribution, they arrive to agreements with local administrations. Okay, let's go ahead with cost. For them, the main costs are transports, meals fabrication and wages for this company, energies, production, transport and raw materials, and the main revenues, meal sales, only meal sales as a revenue. And the impacts, negative impact, pollution regarding fabrication and transportation, positive impacts, jobs, of course. Another negative impact of the value proposition is the waste generation. And a positive impact is to improve well-being. So this is the case. And the point is that we have to improve the business model of this company and make it more circular. As you have seen, there are different points that can be reworked to make the business model of this company more circular. We are going to work with 2 different scenarios. In each table, you will work with 1 scenario, okay, scenario 1 or 2. I'm going to read both scenarios, but don't worry, because in each table you have the facilitator that will explain to you, again, the methodology and the scenarios. Okay, the first one. Your clients are complaining about the disposable packaging of the meals. In addition to the lack of aestheticism, it makes the garbage heavy and bulky. Okay, you know, they are elderly people, bulky and heavy garbage. They want to take it out and go down with this garbage, and for them it's very, very complicated. What solutions do you propose to distribute individual portions? So based on this scenario, you will have to ideate solutions to improve the business model, okay? And the second one, your customers are becoming more demanding on the origin and quality of food. Up to now, you depend on your suppliers and are not always able to indicate the origin of food. So the company has suppliers for the food, and you deliver the food, but you don't know what's the origin of this food. And your customers are more demanding on this aspect. How do you rethink your supply chain and improve customer experience? This is the second scenario. So let's start to play. These are the principles of the game. Each group of you will have 1 scenario. You will have, as I said before, a facilitator. And the idea of the game has 4 steps. You will, first of all, ideate solutions in each table. Then you have to analyze to assess the positive and negative impacts of your solutions in this Circulab board. You have to prioritize in groups the solutions in order to build a stronger solution, a better solution. And then each group will have to present the solution for each scenario. Okay, only 1 solution by each group. So how to ideate? You will find here cards. These are ideation cards. They are hints, they are aids to help you to ideate solution. You will find different examples of circular solutions that can help you to ideate new solutions for your scenario. Okay? Ready? Yeah. Okay, so let's go.
that's what they're doing. So they've turned the whole thing into a business model and eliminated food waste while they're doing it. There's a lot of really exciting stuff you can do, and they turned it into a market concept. The other thing that there's a company out there that really it's called Creafutur, and they actually use different cuttings from different organic waste to make a form of topsoil enhancer that sequesters carbon in the soil for 20 years. So it's different. Compost, you lose the carbon. So they've actually done it. So it's a new technology, but it's in all of the organic stores across Germany. It's called Creafutur. So that's the other end of it. Creafutur, Creafutur. You just Google it. It'll come right up. Really, they're just south of Frankfurt. They're in Rheinland-Pfalz. So it's you can get the 20 kilo bags in Demeter stores, and it's great stuff. Because it actually sequesters the carbon, and it's a fantastic
Ahora? Sí. Okay, so you are almost finished. We will begin to present each table. We will begin by scenario 2, which are the English speaking table. It wasn't not planned like that, but it's like that. So we will begin with this group. Who will present?
Yes. Well, I come from the esteemed team Local Circle, and we have the scenario number 2, where customers are becoming more demanding on the origin and the quality of the food. So it's up to us to find a solution. And what we have found is, we call it fresh and friendly from your neighborhood. And the details of our project is to offer local food through a personalized form, and that include the possibility to choose food that is made out of fruit and materials that are season choices. You can choose the food in different quantities, so it fits your need. Some eat more, some eat less. We also have sponsored offers, so you can have free trials. And it's also a wish to be more transparent. So the customers can visit the sites, we will have a local supply chains. We will focus on local partners. And there's a possibilities that the customers can visit these local partners, or if they can't, there are possibilities to have online videos, or at least details of the origin. There's also the possibility to have cooking classes. So the positive impacts of our project is that, of course, we have less cost. We have the possibilities of a new market segment and new customers. And if we see on the positive impacts on environment, we have less emissions through less transportation and less use of energy. We have less waste, and because of the quantity possibilities, we have less waste of food. Season choices also give better quality in the food, and in general this will induce a local market and local growth.
Thank you very much. We go for the second group.
Thank you very much. We have the same scenario, and we came up with the same solution. We've got a different title though. Nothing is left behind. So we opt for locally produced food with the option of organic food as well for a little extra pay. And then we have been inspired as a little goodie by the Danish restaurant Norma. And the owners, they took the cutting waste of the food, like that, for example, the ends of the carrot, and turned it into a gourmet dish. And a gourmet dish, so it's a very expensive dish, and they sell it now. They've got a new restaurant, and they basically cook with leftovers. And we would include that, so we would have to train our cooks in dealing with that cutting waste and making a new menu out of it, and we would even offer it to our customers on a cheaper basis than the regular menu. So the upsides, of course, we would maybe not eliminate, but have much less pre-consumer waste from the cutting. We would have less CO2 emissions because we have less transport if we produce locally. We would have more transparency because we would offer our customers the possibility to visit the farmers and maybe even create jobs locally since we would shift production to the neighborhoods. As I said already, we would have upfront investments on training our cooks to deal with the cutting waste. we would have to set up a break-even analysis. So at what point would the additional revenue make up for that training? We would have lower transport costs if we source locally, but sometimes it's more expensive due to labor costs to source locally, so we would have to set up a cost-benefit calculation as well for that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We go for the third group. Yes.
Yes, we got the other scenario that is like the people are complaining about the packaging, that is not aesthetic and that is not cool, and they've got garbage and it's heavy and bulky and they've got it at home. So the idea was to how to improve it. So we started rethinking a little bit more of not just improving that, thinking about the whole business. So even we changed the name of the business and we call it social food, the human touch. So the whole thing is like the person who brings the food to the place, it stays a little bit longer with the person and give them this warmth and touch, human touch, that some of these people are lonely, they don't have it. So the idea was like each customer can customize their cool food box from a standard range, and they can make it theirs. Also with a barcode, a QR or a chip, we can have information about these people, what they are eating, when they are eating it, even more things, so that we can have a better storage and better ways of dealing logistic with the food. Also the boxes are reused. When every time you bring the new food, they give you the dirty ones, so you can reuse them all the time. Also, the person who goes there, chats with them, stay with them, even help them to warm the food or whatever, and also can collect information about how are they feeling, health information that we can pass to the doctors, to the prescriptions, so we can do a joint venture with other companies, and we can share costs of transport or whatever it is. The good things were that there are no waste because it's recycled. The new boxes, because we are designing new boxes, we need a smaller truck. The cost of doing these new boxes will be shared with the customer. Every time when you join the company, you pay like a symbolic fee, like 10 euros or something like that for the packaging. And if you leave the company, they will give you back. But this cost will help you to develop all these things. The advantages as well will be like you improve customer care. The customers will be happier and they will be more loyal. It will be more difficult for them just to swap because the food is better in another place or it's cheaper. You create a relationship with the brand and with the consumers. No waste, because you got a new truck that is smaller, you will have less emissions, and it's more appealing. And then you can open as well the market, not only thinking in all people, you can go into students or other kind of people, because the packaging and everything that you are delivering them, they are more fashionable and they're more cool. Thank you.
Thank you. Your group?
Okay, so we're also with scenario number 1 on the packaging problem. So our title is From the Kitchen to Your Plate. So our idea, we were thinking about how to change the packaging. Well, we thought, why not eliminate the packaging? We came up with this idea. So the idea is that we'll serve directly to the user's plate. So we need to adapt our distribution system for bulk delivery, and we'll serve to each customer in his or her own plate. It has to be quite a personalized service, so we need to see the specific logistics for each home, depending on its characteristics, on how the delivery exactly will be made. Well, the environmental benefits, first the economic benefits is that we won't be having to buy packaging, And also we can have distribution savings. Since it's bulk delivery, we can make a better use of our truck. And of course, there will be a cost to adapt the transportation system and the logistic required for this. In environmental terms, well, we'll have lots of reduced environmental impacts related to having no packaging, and also having a more efficient distribution. And in social terms, the idea is that these people, our clients, will have a different feeling by eating in their own plate. They will have a better engagement since they won't be feeling they're eating in a plastic box which belongs to a company, but they will have their own plate which they can cherish as a more normal meal, to say, more home meal. Feel at home and not eating some like disposable or reusable packaging belonging to a company.
Thank you. The last group.
Well, the disadvantage of being the last is that all the ideas have already been covered. So we've got the second problem, and our slogan is no more wasteful packaging. We have a bit of a combined idea. The main one was to eliminate all the packaging, but by presenting the food in food trucks. So we take the electric food truck to the place where we are delivering the food. We have solar panels to keep it hot, and then we ask the customers to come down and pick up the food with their own packaging. And if they are not able to do that, we offer them the service of bringing up the food to their homes, because they are with reduced mobility, so we need to take that into consideration. And if that is the case, then either we can serve it in their packaging, or we can deliver our packaging, but then we would use graphene or ultralight, super advanced packaging to keep it very what? Light. Yes, exactly. And of course, we're looking for zero waste. We're looking to reuse the packaging, and we're reducing the energy. We're reducing the use of natural resources, and we are creating new jobs, because you need more people to deliver in this way than the way it is now. That's it.
Well, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this journey. So just now, time for a question if you have. Any questions? You are very tired, no? It's the end of the day, it's very late. Okay, so just a small conclusion. This was a game. It was like a fictitious game, a fictitious case that is not your company. So what you can do in your company will be to define what are your own challenges, and then make this kind of case with people of your own company, with different departments. As we said, this is about collaboration. As you've seen, you are coming from different places, and you are finding ideas, and each one with its experience, his background will give new ideas. So it's not about hierarchy, it's about collaboration. So the idea is to make this kind of game within your company. And then, of course, with that we come up with ideas. And then the more complicated part is to implement the ideas. Then there are different steps to analyze these ideas, to see what you explained very well, to analyze a business case and see how and when it can be profitable to make these changes. So this was just the first part of the journey. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you very much for your participation. Yeah.
sorry. En su experiencia, cuando han asesorado a empresas, el haber utilizado la metodología de Canvas para, pues, generar ideas, ¿ha sido la mejor opción o han explorado otras que no sea el Canvas? No sé si le quiera.
She's saying, in our experience, if this methodology is the best one to solve these kind of challenges, or maybe another methodology could be better.
Well, actually, the good thing of this methodology is that you, with the cards, you see examples of real example of companies that have done that. It allows you to work, to collaborate with people in your company that probably you do not even know if they are big companies. So you come up with some ideas. There are probably other methodologies that you come up with ideas, but from this one we know of several companies that have really implemented the ideas that they found in the Circulab game. So yes, we think it's a very useful methodology, both for finding real ideas and both for team playing, for dynamic of team playing, and like the ideas that will come out of these games, when it comes to the implementation, it's much more easy if it comes from the own people that had the idea at the beginning. It's more for change management. It helps a lot to have work on the ideation of the solution. Another question? Gracias. Merci. Thank you. And here you have our contacts if you want to know more. Thank you very much.